Nice.
Nailed it.
All right, welcome to another edition of In the Zone. I think this is actually our first edition of In the Zone. I'd missed my broadcasting partner, RK. He's all settled in North Bay now. How's it going there, RK?
As settled in as you can be in North Bay, Ontario. The trip across was fun. It was good. It was a good drive. Went through the States, stopped in Duluth. Very nice city. And then got to North Bay and working in the air defense sector. So
Yeah.
what else can you say
what
about that?
Are you on course or something, or going to
Yeah,
go
on a course until November, and then I'll be doing some
So
sort of air defense job.
it's just basically the air defense course again.
Yeah. Well, it's like a managing. It's like 80% managing people and like 20% actually doing a job.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, there we go. So
yeah,
that works out then, I guess. Good for you.
but we're getting settled in, and the house is.
Any snow yet?
No, but it's been frosty in the morning. It's been chilly. It's been 1 degree, 2 degrees. So
if I lived in North Bay, I'd buy a snowmobile for sure.
Well, we're definitely gonna get a snow blower, but snowmobile. That's people keep saying like, when are you buying this? When are you buying that?
Yeah, I would definitely get oh, for sure. They got great trails there.
Oh yeah, and it snows like 8 to 10 months out of the year. So
yeah. I could never
get your bang for your buck.
I could never sleep on course, or I guess what was I on course? No, I wouldn't be on course. I'd just be hanging around North Bay.
Yeah. Well, come on over.
No, listen to in building 7 there, sleeping right across from the mess.
Oh
yeah. Man, listening to those snow plows back up all night long. Beep,
yeah. Going constant.
Beep, beep. That's all I fucking heard. I couldn't sleep.
It's gonna be my life.
It was like an alarm clock going on.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
So what are we gonna do with our little in zone here today? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We got Ryan Kelly is going to tell each and every one of us owners. Well, I guess maybe not all owners, because I guess some don't have picks in the first round.
I don't have one.
Oh, so
Wes doesn't have one.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of us.
All right. So did you take into consideration on these picks what they need, or you're just going with best player?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, some are just best player. Some are just best player, but some are like needs. Some are like who they had in the past.
All right.
Maybe they got an inkling and a liking, so an attachment. So we'll see.
So I think we're gonna get some explanations with these picks as well. So this is awesome. I'm looking as forward to this as you people are out there. So with no further ado, RK, take her away.
I'm going to tell you what to do with your picks, and it'd be smart to take my advice. So number 1, Dan, he's taking McDavid. Like that's too easy, right?
Yeah.
No explanation needed.
Yeah.
Number 2.
What would happen if he didn't take McDavid?
Oh, he's got there's other players. I don't know. Like that
would be insane, wouldn't it?
Yeah, not insane, I guess. The top 3, 4, 5, I don't. It's not insane. It's not the smart play.
Marner's going to be playing some defense this year.
I didn't see that. What is that about?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're doing in Toronto, man.
That's odd. Yeah. Especially when they just signed Sandin again. I don't know what Toronto's doing. Well, they got those 2 new goalies, right? They got Samsonov and Murray, so they might need help back there.
Yeah, who knows? All right, so we got McDavid going to the. Did you say New Brunswick Bears, or did you say the Greenwood Highlanders?
I just said Dan. I just said.
Oh, maybe anyway. Going to the Greenwood Highlanders, predicted by RK, is going to be Connor McDavid.
Yeah, that's going to be
number 2.
So Blake, because he lived with me and Marty for a while, he's got a little bit of that Leaf connection. So he's going to take Austin Matthews, number 2.
Austin Matthews going to the Gators, going down south, where is exactly where I think he's going to end up in a couple of years.
Probably south. Tampa or Florida or somewhere
more around Arizona.
Back home. Yeah, he can go back home for sure. He's not staying in Toronto. It's so odd not having a Leaf fan at all in the league. Not one Leaf fan.
Well, no, that's
none.
We did. They're gone.
Yep.
Marty and Driscoll.
Driscoll. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. So we got nobody to razz here.
No.
But
No.
Liz. Oh, okay. Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
just
I know.
got we just got rag fans to beat down on.
Yeah, I was just thinking that there's no Leaf fans. All right. Number
All right.
3, Al. The Living Skies capital. He needs a goalie. So, and then the best one's out there. So he's taking Vasilevsky.
Do you remember when he drafted Markstrom?
He drafted. What do you do with him?
Markstrom shit the bed.
Oh, then he traded him away.
And then he had a rock star year last year.
Yeah, that was a bad. Well, it's tough to say, but that was bad luck for Al.
I agree. I don't think anybody can go wrong if they take Vasilevsky. I really don't. And you were probably his biggest
benefactor.
No, not benefactor. You probably benefacted the least from Vasilevsky of anybody who's had him.
Yeah, he had a
shit the bed for you.
Yeah, he had a bad season last year. Still got me to the finals, but yeah, he didn't.
That's true.
It was always every matchup was like a slugfest just because he wouldn't put up any like save percentage and he'd get the win, but
yeah,
he was weak, but he's still Vasilevsky and he's still the best in the league until proven otherwise. So I will take him.
Vasilevsky's a capital.
Yeah, number 4.
Going at 4.
Well, we don't know Torn West too well, but he is a Montreal Canadiens fan and he's rebuilding. He must be with that team he's got. So he's probably taken the number one overall pick in the draft, which was Slavoski. What's his name? I don't know his name.
Did you not watch the podcast between me and Torn?
Yep.
Didn't you hear what he said in that podcast?
Nah, if I did, I forgot about it.
He doesn't like to draft tabs.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but he did say, however, there are a few maybe in the system now that he just might do that too. So who knows? Maybe you are correct.
He's
not
got
a bad place to go first overall.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think
especially with the team he's got.
Yeah, he's definitely rebuilding. He's going to try to trade his pieces away, and he's got some good pieces, right, that for the future. But he's definitely JP didn't leave him too much to build on.
Did you see his post on the board?
No.
He goes, could you tell me a bunch of my players are fake?
Oh, just wishing. Yeah, that was a good one.
All right. So now going 4th overall.
Yeah, maybe not. So then the 5th is Keith.
Yes.
And he left this guy out of his top 5. I think he did this on purpose because he wrote down the top 5 players.
Yes.
I think he was trying to get the top 5 off the whiff of this guy. So I think he's taking Mitch Marner. I think he likes Marner. So he's going to take him 5th overall.
Oh man, I can't even imagine getting Mitch Marner at 5th overall pick. That'd be that's
right?
great.
That's insane.
I mean,
like the 5, 6, 7, like it's this first round is so good.
Yeah. I mean, I see Panarin is just a hair better than Marner. Mm-hmm. And I got him 2nd overall.
Yeah.
And now you're getting Marner 5th. They're almost the same player.
Yep. And Marner's still young and still improving. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that'd be a great pick for Keith for sure.
Yeah. Number 6, Sealand. Again, not too sure what he does, but Huberdeau's there. You can't pass up Huberdeau at number 6.
Jesus, this draft is insane. Insane.
Oh, there's more to come because
I know it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Huberdeau at 6, 114 points. 112.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. He'll do another 100-pointer up in Calgary. So you can't pass him up at 6. Number 7. I got Nick taking Evgeny Kuznetsov because he had him in the past, and Kuznetsov's still a good player, and I think he's he wants to go back to the good times he had when he was contending for a cup. Yeah, and he had Kuznetsov on his team, and I think he's gonna draft him at the number 7.
That's a bit of a dark horse kind of guess.
It is.
Thing.
Yeah,
I like.
It might not.
You got to have those, right? You got to have those in there. You never know. Like Slavkowski could be a a dark horse one. Maybe
Yeah.
Torrin doesn't want to waste it on a Ford. Now I have I drafted Lafreniere first.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
How stupid was that? And I was torn
Wow.
between him and Shesterkin, and
Oh,
every bone in my body wanted Shesterkin. I kept thinking,
Yeah.
geez, I'll have Sorokin and Shesterkin together for 5 years.
how do you, I know it's not, how did you not, I don't know how you didn't do it myself.
I also needed scoring, and I knew he would come up at around the right time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was stupid. It's one of those I hate myself moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe Lafreniere still has it. He maybe just like a late bloomer.
All right. So who did you just give up?
So then it's it's Dan again at 8, and I think he's going to be happy.
Last? Who was the last one?
Oh, Kuznetsov.
Oh yes, Kuznetsov.
That's
okay. And who
and that leaves
now? Dan again?
That leaves Dan again, and he's going to get, if my draft goes according to plan, he's going to get Mikko Rantanen.
Oh Jesus.
8th overall.
Rantanen McDavid.
Yeah.
In the first round.
That's what I got. That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
What? It's only like 230 point, 220.
Yeah, up there.
20 points.
Maybe more. Who knows? Not a bad way to bounce back.
Yeah, that'll fill the cupboard in a hurry for sure.
Yep. Yes, it will. And then we got Keith back up at 9, I think, right?
And who's Keith's first pick for you?
So Keith, he took Mitch Marner 5th overall.
Yeah. All right. And now he takes.
And he was taking a gamble because he needs goaltending, but he thinks this guy will fall to him, and I think he will too. He's going to take Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah,
9th overall.
I'm interested to see where Hellebuck goes. I kind of placed him on the thing, and I took a look at him like, where is this guy going to drop?
Well, you got to think who needs goalies, right? And Keith has been for years, a couple of years now.
Ever since the last good goaltending he had is when he had Bobrovsky on that unbelievable season. And he had somebody else really good with them that year too, with Bobrovsky. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. So he's got to at some point you got to draft a goalie high. So Hellebuck's a good goalie.
And he knew that was one of his biggest weaknesses. That's why he wasn't with the big core last year, was his goaltending it wasn't there.
So I think he's going to be
that's
happy.
a good call. So
he's going to be happy Hellebuck falls at 9, I think.
Marner and Hellebuck, that's good.
That's solid to me.
Yeah.
And then you got Al again at 10. And I just went with I don't know, the best player. I got him taking Mark Scheifele.
Yeah.
From the Winnipeg Jets.
How do you get Scheifele at 10th?
I have no idea.
How do you get Scheifele at 10th?
But he's going to get him.
That is crazy. So who's his other pick?
Yeah. He'll take Vasilevsky 3rd overall.
Oh my God.
That's a bounce back right there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I figured he wanted to pair. Remember he took Billy Heinola there a couple years back and signed him for 5 years, and I don't think he's played a game yet, or he's played like 10 games. So maybe this is the year Heinola is going to play, and he wants to pair him up with Scheifele. That's my guess.
Expecting big things out of Living Skies Capitals this year, because the other 2 commissioners went to the finals this year. So we need Al to step up this year and keep the commissioner push going on.
Yeah, maybe it'll be him and you this year in the finals.
So far we've got 3 guys with 2 players, right?
Yeah.
So we got Dan with McDavid and
Rantanen.
McDavid and Rantanen. We got
Al taking Vasilevsky and Scheifele.
And Keith.
And keep taking Mitch Marner and Connor Hellebuck.
Yes. Yeah. There's 3 teams that almost puts them into contention right off the bat.
I agree. And Keith, Dan's team, not the greatest. Al needs a little work, but Keith's forwards, some.
He was up there last year. He just didn't have the depth in the goaltending.
Yeah. So that's why you get Hellebuck and you get a Mitch Marner, and watch out.
Yep.
And then we get another player or another manager getting 2 picks, because you got Garrett going back to back. Garrett Hilstosky from the Flying Colors. I got him taking Nikolai Ehlers, 11th.
Yeah.
And then he's an Edmonton boy, or not Edmonton boy, but he's an Edmonton Oilers fan. So he's going to take, and he needs goaltending because what's his name's hurt all year.
Oh, Jack Campbell.
He's taking Jack Campbell. That's right.
Well,
He's got to.
He's going to get the points for sure.
Yep. Yeah, you'll get the wins.
You'll get the wins. So, oh wow. Yeah, I guess if you got 2 picks, does he need a goaltender?
Oh yeah, he had Leonard. Leonard's out all year again.
Oh yeah,
and he's always hurt every year. So
I know.
So he needs a goalie, and he's got Ottinger there, that guy from Dallas. So he's probably gonna sign him for 5 years, and he'll pair him with.
I wonder if Hellebuck fell back, if he would take
him
and
back-to-back
goalies. How would that be for a tandem, Campbell?
That'd be pretty good. Hellebuck, Ottinger, and Campbell. That'd be hard to sneeze at for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
Jack Campbell on the move again.
Yeah, that's right. Going home to the Garros Edmonton Oilers. Yeah. And then we got Nick up again, and I got him get Willie Nylander dropping to the 13th overall.
Holy moly!
And I think he might not have had Willie in the past, but they'll pair him with Kuznetsov, and that'll be 2 outstanding forwards for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
And then we got Pitter Patter, Steve. I think Steve's going to go for a little rebuild. So I think he's going to probably draft like a Marchand, who's hurt at the start of this season, right? So he can put him in his lineup and try to maybe do a little tanking, and then when he's playing, trade him for whatever prospects and picks.
That would for sure be a smart move.
I think that's it, because I don't think he thinks he can contend. So yeah, I think that's where he would go. And then you got Blake again at 15th.
Blake's got 3, or no?
He's got 2. So he'll be taking Austin Matthews 2nd overall.
Yep.
And then he'll get I don't think he can pass up Sidney Crosby at 15th overall.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
At where?
15th overall. So
Sidney Crosby at 15th. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we come to the 16th overall pick, your Courtney Islanders. And you had this guy.
Champions. Mention that they're champions.
Champions of the world. That's right. Beater of the Brewnups and Suds. I bow down to you for beating me last year.
Tough matchup.
It was kind of got spanked, but that's all right. So I think you drafted this guy last year, and you made a high error by only signing him for 1 year.
That was brutal. I've been kicking myself all summer over it.
And you've been kicking yourself all summer. So
I was kicking myself before I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so I don't think
I had just already spread out all my years, and I said, there's one person that's I'm like, I could have at least given him the 2. I can't remember who I gave it to.
I don't know.
God.
But there's no way you can pass him up again.
I would love to have Jordan Kyrou back on the
So you're taking Jordan Kyrou.
Yeah. I would definitely like to have him.
We'll see if any of those pan out. But that's my take on it.
Leave your comments down below in the comment section. What you think of Ryan's predictions here? I think he's on. I think maybe there's a couple of people I think he might be off on.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing Nick being happy with Kuznetsov, and who's the other one?
Nylander at 13.
I just think I guess I don't know. Maybe you could. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought you did a really good job. It sounds like it, and you put some thought into it. You know what the people need and whatnot.
Yeah. It might be like we only got 10 minutes remaining. That's not good.
Well, we're just supposed to wrap this one up anyway. And then we're
going to do a quick who we think we're going to turn around, or no?
Which teams do we think are going to turn around?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I thought we were going to go through teams. I was going to do that in a different podcast, but yeah, we can do that one here. I'll bring this up on the share.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just going to check into here who we think are going to be doing, could be role reversal this year, kind of like me and Ryan did last year, going from the bottom 4 to the finals this year. So I guess this is a bit of predictions.
Yep.
should we just go down the teams as we see them there?
Sure. You
All
can
right.
start.
Let's talk about the Courtney Islanders. How do we think the
Oh.
Islanders will fare this year?
You're a contender. You're going to be contending again, Terry. You still got Bobber and Sorokin. So goaltending's good. D's good. Forwards are good. You got first and second round draft picks. You'll be just fine.
I think I'll be good, but I still think that I'll be chasing Renee once again this year.
It's possible.
Like I did last year. And
that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay because I got there and
Exactly.
ended up winning the cup. So if that's
Yep.
what I got to do again this year, then that's what I got to do.
Yep. Let him be the rabbit. You can be the chaser.
I'm thinking probably I'm in the fighting for second or third probably.
Oh, for sure. Yep. Top 2, top 3. Yep.
How about
We
the
got
Gators?
He's gonna turn around. He's gonna do a little turnaround. He'll be fighting for a playoff spot.
Oh,
He's got 2 first round picks. He's got a high second.
yep.
Got good prospects, and he's got a good goalie now because of Georgiev playing in Colorado. So he kind of fell into that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll be contending.
All right. Will he make it or won't he?
Yes, he'll make it.
Oh, you got him in.
Yeah,
Really?
he's in. Yeah,
That's a pretty good turnaround. If Blake can do that this year, that'd be pretty amazing.
yeah,
After
Yeah.
what he did in his first year,
that's right.
and
In,
then he
out,
did-
in.
and then he did a good job rebuilding this year.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it'd be amazing.
or last year, I mean.
Yep.
Rebuilding, did everything right that he needed to do for the rebuild. And if he bounces back in 1 year, in his third year, that'll be a really good job.
Be a great 3 years.
How about the Brew Crew? They were pretty strong last year. Are they going to stay strong or?
Yeah, they'll stay strong. They'll be contending to. They're not
to win the
they'll-
cup.
No, well, they'll make some trades. They'll have to make some trades because they don't have a lot of draft picks. So they'll be contending to make a playoff spot.
What about Dan?
He'll be contending. He's in the playoffs, and he'll win a round. He'll win a round for sure, as it stands right now with the picks and the players.
Okay,
he's got.
so you've got everybody in the playoffs with the exception.
So far.
We haven't even gotten to the Lakers yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. What about Flames of Fleury?
They will not be in. They are
Will
going to
not?
be contending for the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Poor Wes.
He's going to do the turn around this for good, like for real this time. And
Is he going to do the real rebuild? Are you going to
Yeah.
teach him through it?
yeah, he's going to do. Yeah, he came to North Bay with me, so I'll take him under my wing.
Take him under your wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot there.
No.
Yeah. That's going to be a tough one. He's going to need a good draft. That's for sure.
Yeah, and he doesn't. He's got 2 fourths or his first pick. So
Yeah.
Lakers contending.
First place in the Bossy. That's my
He
call.
should be. He should be up
My
there.
call. Again, I say he takes it from day one and never looks back exactly like he did last year. Let's take a look at this team. Looking pretty solid, and the draft hasn't even happened.
Yeah, it's like he's got a team already. He's got a full team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got a full team. He's ready and raring to go. And
Yeah.
it's a deep draft. And I mean,
Yeah.
just like last year. And well, we'll chase him again.
Yep. He's not as strong as last year, but
Yeah. I still don't trust Markstrom. The way he dumped that year for Al.
yeah.
I just don't trust him.
So it was such an odd year. I got it, and then he kind of like fell apart near the end of the season too. Like not fell
Yeah.
apart, but he wasn't as strong as it started. So
As is right now, would you say number one? The league?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
So
Because
we're
he's
all-
got a full
Yeah.
team,
Yeah. And they're all good.
and they're all good.
They're all good. What about Garrow? Garrow made the playoffs last year. First
Yeah,
time
that's-
ever. Good job,
that's-
Garrow.
He's going to contend for sure for a playoff spot. I think he makes it in over East Coast.
Over
I don't think Donald makes it to playoffs this year.
Oh, Dono. Challenge has been issued. The gauntlet has been thrown.
I think Garrow sneaks in again.
All right. Wow. Everybody's making the playoffs except the Brewers.
Brewers, Flames, and Pitter Patter, and
Well, we
you guys
haven't
all
talked about Pitter Patter yet. So they're rebuilding.
yeah, they're rebuilding. Yeah, they're not making it, and he knows it. I think so.
Okay, so maybe Ryan, you can give us the order in which you think maybe the people will end up in the Bossy division.
All right, I got it. So I got Harrison Lakers first.
I concur.
I got Courtney Islanders second.
I concur again.
I got the Highlanders third.
Yeah, I could see Dan definitely moving up. You know, he held on to a lot of those guys. He could have got trades for him, but he held on to him, which makes him competitive now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because he held on to him.
Yeah, he could have,
yeah.
But I think he did the smart move and held on to him. I agree.
Yeah. But you know, like after we did our podcast there on the top 16, if you somehow could have got a first rounder for Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Last year was a crazy year for trades. I hope we don't run into prices like that again, because
I know,
my opinion, that it was way overvalued.
Oh yeah, that was that one trade for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. So we got to try to bring that down just a little bit.
Just a touch.
All right. So, okay. Well, that's a good, huge jump. And why not? Like we both did last year. So the Highlanders were uber competitive the year before last year, and they're just going to take a 1-year hiatus.
Yeah, I think so. And then fourth will be Garrow. Garrow's going to go. He's going to take fourth. He's going to actually get a playoff spot without the wild card.
Without the wild card? All right.
Yeah. And then fifth will be a wild card team, and it'll be the Florida Gators.
Again.
Yeah.
Again. What is with the Bossy division?
I don't know, but it's gonna. You guys are getting 5 of the 8. We're only getting 3.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like he doesn't have a team now, but I can definitely tell you this: the Langway division got a whole lot tougher with Torn entering.
Yeah. In like a couple of years,
a whole lot tougher.
JP was so soft, right? So
yeah, it's going to be like a 200% increase.
yeah, which is too bad for everybody in Langway. But
the minus 100 JP had and the plus 100 Torn goes at it. So there's your 200. So yeah, okay, maybe not this year, but it's coming. I'm expecting to see some huge battles in the Langway division coming up pretty soon, because a lot of good owners in there, a lot of good owners, like Bo and holy shit, like Keith, that and Dean and yourself, and wow. Notice I haven't said Al yet.
Maybe this is his year.
That's what he gets for not coming on the podcast with us.
That's right. Defend yourself, Al. Oh, you can't. You're not here.
I know. All he cares about is making money.
Just making bank.
Making bank.
Yeah.
Or drinking whiskey with Tex.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah. All right. So highest best season ever for the Lincoln Salt Dogs, but they're coming in on as a new franchise. But yourself, Ryan, coming after a season of making it all the way to the finals, such a strong team. You're definitely up there in the money winnings, because you keep taking a chunk here and a chunk there, a chunk here and a chunk there.
Yeah.
So you're doing really well in this league for sure. But are you going to make it back?
The finals?
No. Just playoffs. We're just talking playoffs. All right. Yep.
I think I will.
Yeah. Well, you normally do, don't you?
Yeah. And I got some third rounders and a second rounder. So if I can draft, I think I'll make it back.
You've got a lot of picks in that second, third range, and it's solid.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of good players in there. It's no Renee's team, like getting a Naho and a whatever, but you're going to get some really good hockey players. I can't see you not making the playoffs, to be honest.
I think so. I agree. I won't be first, but I'll be making the playoffs.
What about Al? Is this it?
I think he'll be fighting with another manager we'll get to later, but he'll be fighting for a playoff spot. Yeah.
For a playoff spot. So
Yeah.
that means he'll be playoff
He'll be at
spot
least
for him
top.
is fighting number 5 in the East.
He'll be at least top 4. He'll be fighting. Yeah. Yeah. He could be
Okay.
fighting for
Top four in the Langway.
He'll be top 4 in the Langway. It'll be either fighting with the 3rd place guy or the 5th place guy
All right, Al, way to go.
Bossy. Yeah.
Now just
He'll
come
be-
through. Now, if he just comes through in this draft, it makes
That's
the right
what he-
picks.
Yeah. That's what it depends on. This is draft.
Hey Al, we made a draft video here for you, buddy. Just go with what Ryan said.
That's right. I'll help you out, Al.
Yeah. Don't get some 16-year-old moose jaw warrior.
Yeah, because you see them play. I seen them play. I'm going to draft
It'd
you.
be awesome. Now, if he had only drafted Point.
Yes, that would have been smart.
All right. Well, okay. This one's interesting. And you know what? We got to go take a look at this team because this is fun. This is the Shiloh Rangers, another
Shiloh.
franchise on the move. Look
Yep.
at all the players Dean has.
Yikes.
That's it.
That's all. Good players.
You're out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the ones in the bottom there are all prospects.
Yeah. Yeah. Even Matty Beniers, right? Up there.
Yeah,
He's a prospect too.
Beniers,
Wow.
he's looking great.
Yeah.
He's looking in exhibition, but exhibition is exhibition, but he's still a solid player. Beniers Beniers and McTavish were the 2 big ones for me in that trade for sure.
Yeah. What is it? Beniers? That's his name.
Beniers.
Beniers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's a Seattle guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like he looks good.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
McTavish
is.
looks good.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Rossi's okay.
The only
Rossi
thing
should-
I try not to judge off the World Junior Championships because, you look at a guy like Barrett Hayden, like that guy,
Yep.
look what he did for Team Canada. And
Yep.
he's just an average rookie
That's it. He's not
trying to
average
make
player.
a team, right?
Yep.
Just trying
That's
to
it.
make a team. So you just don't know with these guys. You just don't know. And that's why I thought in some senses that Dean trade that's why I thought it was so risky because there were so many of them, all quality names, but
Yeah. But who knows?
yeah, and who knows, like their best years could be from the 26 to 30
Yep.
range or whatever, and you don't have them even after being a prospect that long. So it's always risky with those guys, but
I agree.
getting that 4 years at a Demko was big.
That was that helped. That evened it out.
That evened it
think.
out for sure.
Yeah.
Big time.
Because you could have look at you. You took Lafreniere.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be for sure.
He
And,
was
like, he's-
going to be in a sort of a next one kind of deal.
Exactly.
Like,
So people-
and certainly
Prospects are just prospects until they do anything. So that's
Yeah.
like you can
So-
ask for a lot for prospects, but
So now this to me is the most difficult question for you and the most difficult guess to make, but I guess we can only do it with what we see right now. Because you never know what's Dean's plan. Like,
yeah,
did you not assume last year that Dean was going to be rebuilding?
I thought so.
So with the few players that Dean has, where do you think the Rangers will wind up this year?
I'll go rebuilding. He's got to be rebuilding.
You would think, right?
Yeah, you would think.
You might be able to turn some of those prospects around in some good
Yep.
trades.
You definitely could.
So
You definitely could.
I never know with Dean, but if I was to take a look at this team right now, I would say that he is not going to be a playoff team.
Nope.
He's 17 players short on his roster.
That's right.
now, and
Too many.
six of them are prospects.
That's right.
So
And he doesn't have many draft
basically,
picks.
basically, he has 7 regulars right now.
Yeah, yeah. He's not. If he does it again, then wow,
Yeah.
mazel tov. Because like, there's no. I don't see it happening this year.
Is it the Connor Bedard? Is it the Connor Bedard tank?
It could be. I think so.
Ooh,
Yeah.
because he doesn't have to sign all those prospects, I don't think.
Nope. I don't think he's got to sign any.
Yeah, I don't think he does. So,
No.
well, and Dean does have the patience to rebuild. I've seen him rebuild before, so
I think he's doing it.
he'll go to the bottom of the pool, but when he goes down, he goes down.
goes down hard.
Goes down hard, just like you and me.
That's right.
We go down hard. When we're tanking, we're fucking tanking.
That's right. We're gonna tank.
Which is something I want to talk about this year too. Before we go on with this, is the integrity of our league.
Okay.
I'm not going to allow any more people like LTR, like Chris Pronger, still in the system, or he could be in the system, or some of these guys that have retired, but like Theodore or Shea Weber.
Yeah.
You can't pick up Shea Weber and put him in.
Okay.
Because he's still in the system. He's on LTIR.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tanking's still allowed and everything, but there's got to be some credibility to the player.
Sure.
And he can't be an AHL player. You can be an AHL player who's going to come up, but you got to have somebody legit in that spot.
Okay.
We're not going to go for any more of the, you can't put a guy in who's playing in Russia because you got him in that. Now, however, if you get a guy who's LTIR, like say you got a 4-year guy and like Nick had it happen. That's how I got Tarasenko. He got injured right at the start of the season, was gone for the season. So Nick traded him. Now, if I'm tanking, I'm trading for a 4-year contract. So I can use that LTIR guy.
Okay.
All right. That's fair and square. But you just can't get somebody like a Weber who you know is not going to return. Al's in that same situation this year. But since he had him, he can keep him as long as he wants. Carey Price ain't coming back. We know Carey Price ain't coming back.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It is. But he ain't coming back.
Yeah.
So would you agree? Rangers, no playoffs.
No playoffs.
All right.
West Coast. No playoffs.
Torn knows how to tank too, but
yeah,
Torn's uber competitive. He'll try to make something out of something this year if he can. If he can't, then he knows the right thing to do. So a lot of knowledge coming in here. 23 years of this league. So
yeah,
and he played this style except for about 3 years, I think, when the West Coast Hockey Pool changed their rules. So he's no stranger to this format. So he'll definitely, he might take a run for it, but I have to agree with you. JP left
he's got bones. He needs more to work with. He's just got scraps and bones. So he's got picks. He's got good picks, but
yeah. At least he's got that 4th overall pick. I wonder if he got bites because he threw that out there in his video, that the 4th overall. I wonder if he got any bites at all.
I don't know.
Did you have any contact with Torn?
I threw an offer out there, but he rejected it. So
okay, well that's good. It's good that people are doing that. And for Torn, it's helping. Like he hasn't really seen the trades yet. There's only been 4?
Yeah, at least 3. Yeah, maybe 4.
For sure.
4.
I think there was a small one. I can't remember. Yeah. So he'll get the gist of it. For sure.
Yeah.
What
might take him a little bit.
Yeah, what trading goes for. But I did give him a heads up. I said, you'll always offer a fair offer. So even if he turned down your offer, just might have been a way he didn't want to go. So
sure.
It still gives him a good idea of what our trade market is like.
Yeah.
With
who knows what he wants to do with his team, right? So
all right. So we got 2 in the playoffs. We got 2 out of the playoffs. What about the McCauley Mustangs?
Well, we got 1 in the playoffs, and we got Al fighting for the playoffs.
Oh, okay. Al's fighting for the playoffs. So,
but we got the first place in Langway in the McCauley Mustangs.
Oh, Keith's headed to the penthouse again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, he's set up nicely in the draft for sure.
Yep. He's set up in the draft. Team's too good right now. As long as he drafts a goalie, unless he does do that again, then
yeah. But Keith usually has good goaltenders. So I guess Hellebuck is probably the guy that's suited. Is it Hellebuck that you have? Yeah. He's probably in that range for probably the right spot. It always sucks having to take a goaltender as your 1st round pick, but if you don't, then you have to get back.
Exactly.
You got to have goaltending. It's 2 goals.
Yes, 2 good categories.
2 goals. So it's just too important. So Keith, Langway Division champ. Oof.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, he is.
What about Nick?
He'll be taking strides towards the playoffs, but he won't make it. I don't
Yeah,
think he's
that's
got picks. He's got a lot of picks, so
yeah.
it's tough. I don't, as it stands right now, I
Nick's
don't
kind
see
of
it.
backed himself into a corner there. Doesn't he have like about almost 10 prospects?
He's got a lot of prospects. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so in the rebuilding, you have to make sure that those prospects are staggered.
Yeah.
And I don't think these ones really are. And there's some that I don't think are ever going to make it. So
Yeah. And he doesn't have goalies either. So
yeah.
he might just like kind of pick a couple young guys in the draft, sign for 5, whatever, and then just try for like a mini rebuild again. And then hit next year, he'll be a solid contender.
Could be an interesting, it's going to be an interesting year. Like I haven't taken a look at next year's draft yet, but I know as soon as we have this draft, I'll start looking, and it's definitely not going to be like this year.
No, but it's good. I've already looked.
No, I figured you had. That's why I brought it up.
It's still good. It's a good.
All right. So
good.
Nick's fighting. So the two that we got in for sure are the Mustangs and yourself. And,
yeah.
And we got you. All right. So then that brings us to Bo and the Wolfpack.
Yeah. So I think Bo's contending.
Agreed.
It'd be Bo, Al, and Nick could contend, and that might be the battle for the last playoff spot. But it's definitely gonna be Bo and Al, and then maybe Nick. But Bo is contending for a playoff spot.
Well, what and Sealand then?
Sealand's out. I don't know. He doesn't. He's only got one. He's got like his first round, second round. He's got a couple of good prospects, but I don't think I don't know what he's got for defense. And he's got good goaltending still. He's still got Shesterkin and Binnington, but
yeah,
it depends on his draft, I guess, and if he makes some trades this year.
Well, it helps him with Binnington that Husso got sent out.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a big one.
I'll get him some more games.
Yeah,
back to the way it was. So they basically are betting on Binnington again. So
yeah, but he traded away Kreider for a third and a prospect. So that makes me think he's kind of. I would think he's leaning maybe towards more of a rebuild still, but
so you got the Mustangs first. I'm going to assume that you got yourself second.
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's where you are too as well. Or fighting for first, depending on how you trade.
If trades.
We always know what you're going to do there. So, so in reality, you got nobody in the third spot.
No, it's up for grabs.
Up for grabs from all those teams.
Yeah, for Nick and Bo and Al.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean,
you think it's that lopsided?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we'll have to see. And the one thing we know is like last year, I basically said, Renee's winning this thing. There's no chance anybody will win. And some big, bold moves were made, not just by me, but a lot of other people a
lot of teams
that hunted them down. The one killer is when you do this all at once, then there's no more moves you can make. And so once you've made those moves, everybody else chasing, and if somebody passes you, you don't have enough to go get them. So
no.
Even though I don't really think anybody passed Renee last year.
No, you just
even though he lost 2 series.
Yeah, he played the wrong teams at the wrong time.
Nuts. Just nuts. Absolutely nuts. So the best team didn't win last year, but I'll take it. I don't care. All right. So okay.
Hey,
so
I would have taken it too, but
I'm sure you would have. So basically you got yourself and Keith making the playoffs, and everybody else is just fighting her out for it. So
I think so.
That is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a weaker division.
Okay, so
even my team would be like probably third or fourth in the Bossy.
So yeah, who do you got coming out of the Langway?
Keith,
who do you got coming out of the Boss?
It's tough. It's
Renee.
Tough. It's you or Renee.
Yeah, it's Renee. I would definitely say Renee. So Oh wow, that'd be a classic matchup right there. Keith and
Yeah.
Renee. Classic.
Rematch. Did they face each other or no? In the
Oh,
in the in the
they
champions.
faced in WCHP before.
Okay.
There,
Yeah.
there's a there's a rivalry between them for sure. So
Yeah.
for me, it would be awesome to see them go at it again. Of course, I would rather the Islanders were in there.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's what
Let's
all
do
the
a repeat of last year. Let's
And
do a repeat of last year,
I'll
Terry.
tell you,
Me-
I'll put this out there. I hung on to my first and second no matter what.
Yeah.
After this draft, that may not be the case.
Yeah.
Next year's first, second, third, fourth, maybe. I got some catching up to do to Renee.
Well, that's why I don't think it's I know you think it's a runaway, but it's not a runaway between you two.
I know,
Just
but
because you're first and
I'm
second.
looking at how my team is also built right now.
Yeah.
So this is the time to. This would be the year to do it, and then my next year will be setting myself up for a rebuild.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
But we'll
All
see.
right. So that's all we got for this one, I think, unless you got anything else to add on it.
No, good luck in the draft, everybody.
So,
make sure to do like look at the prospects and remember that we're gonna pause it on out of the 28th pick. Just pay attention this year.
Yeah, pay attention. Help out the person running it. Like I said, I'll be there for Ryan as much as I can, and but keep it easy on him. Remember, you only got 90 seconds to make a pick, so make it happen and make sure whoever you're picking is eligible.
Yes, that's the big one. We learned that from Keith.
The one question I didn't ask you is who's going to win between the Lakers and the Mustangs?
I think it's going to be the Islanders and the Mustangs. So enough of that. And then I think that's tough.
Well, me and Keith would be a good rivalry, and he's probably going to be pissed at me that I put a restriction on there that he has to take a prospect. So
take a prospect.
Yeah. Where
it's going to be
I know probably other leagues would have just told him to too bad, but no, that's the best we could come up with for that, to be fair, at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be more mad at you because I think you're going to repeat. So
you're
going to take him out. He'll take him out in the finals.
I like it. I can take a repeat. I'll tell you what, if I do repeat, I'm taking the cash this year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
I said to Al when I had to text him and say, like, there's only 8 hours left on the $50 off on the website, right? I said, I usually buy it, and that's my league fees, right?
Yeah.
When I pay the extra 127, that just basically into the financial thing and so I said, well, it would be stupid of me to do that this year because I've got like $1,000 credit. Like I would never get rid of my credit if I could. So Al, pay the
help us out, Al.
He got her done under the wire though. He kept giving me the yep, I'll get to it. Yep. And then on the last day, right before we saved the league $50.
Hey, all right. That's going towards the championship or what?
What's that?
That $50, where is that going towards?
The 50, it always goes in the championship.
Nice.
It's more than
good
50.
job, Al.
It's like 129.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there now. So I mean, it always goes into the league. The league basically pays for it.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we got it. I tell you, man, I'm super excited. I was ready and raring to go like 10 days ago. I was like, come on, man, let's just at least draft. And the shitty, sucky thing about this whole thing is going to be that when we do, nothing's going to happen. No games are going to be played.
I know.
Do we even know if those Czech games are going to be played now?
Well, I have no idea because of the Russian players. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's happening there.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. So
yeah.
we may have our draft and be waiting over a week to first get going, and it gives us like time to get things straightened out. And Maybe
Yeah.
lots of trades. Who knows?
Trades, lots and lots of trades.
Lots of opportunities.
That's
All right,
right.
guys. What do you got for a final word there, right?
Good luck in the draft. Good luck in the season. Everybody play fair out there. And have some fun.
Play fair. Have some fun. All right. You guys take care and peace out.
Nice.
Nice.